morning. I thought I would do a reading vlog this week because, I don't know, I guess I was just in the mood to do a reading vlog. I think I'm gonna try to do a reading vlog like once a month. Sorry, I sound horrible. Just like woke up, so I'm all gravelly and I wanted to do this reading vlog because I wanted to do this thing where I started waking up at 5 a.m. because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and yeah, usually I'm a very early riser, like 6 a.m. as you saw today is usually when I wake up, so I thought 5 a.m. would be not a problem, but it was for me today. I didn't do 5 a.m. So I might just make it to 6 a.m. because I don't know, 5 a.m. just seems really hard for me, but I might try tomorrow. I don't know, but yeah, I've heard studies that if you wake up early, it helps you, and I totally agree with that because I'm much more of an early riser than a night owl. I am not a night owl. I am not a night owl in the slightest. I like waking up a little bit early and having some time to myself, whether it be like doing devotionals, which I just started today, which I've been horrible at, so this week will also hold me accountable for that, and hopefully will get me in the habit of doing it, and also just having some time to work and some time to like think and be by myself before my child wakes up. But he's moving around a lot, so he might wake up early, which happens sometimes. That doesn't happen every time, but yeah, this week is just going to be a reading week for me to show you what I'm reading because not a lot is going on like event wise or something like that. We're fixing up the house a lot because we're trying to move, so because we're trying to get our house on the market to sell soon, so Matt's paying a lot of trim. We've gotten rid of a lot of things, and yeah, so it's just going to be kind of a boring week as far as reading goes. So I'm planning to read 2 books this week. The first book I've already started, and I'm like 100 pages in, and that is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nygan. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll tell you a little bit more about this because I need to be awake to talk about that book because it's a very intense book. And the second book I want to read is The Waking King by Holly Black, which comes out tomorrow, and it's super exciting because, so yeah, right now I'm just trying to wake up. I'm about to go start editing some videos I have to edit. Obviously, I'm tired. Hopefully my child will sleep in a little bit longer because I just need time to like wake up. If you're a mom, I highly recommend that if you can, to wake up a little bit before your child. If they're like on a schedule and you know they wake up at a certain time, wake up a little bit before them. That way you have time to be up already, so when they wake up you're not like, ugh. That I've noticed a big difference with that because on the weekends I'm kind of like that because I sleep in, but on weekdays I wake up early and it just gives me time to like wake up. Just kidding, I can't do anything because my kid woke up an hour and a half early before he usually does. Good way to start off a Monday. It's okay. That's okay. A little bit put together. Not 100%, but this is like what put together is like on a day basis for me. Mascara and blush. That's like, and concealer. That's about it. Anyway, I just wanted to come back here to tell you about the first book I'm reading this week because I didn't earlier because I was like really tired. I still am, but that's Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha. I don't want to pronounce her last name because I know I'm going to mess it up and I don't want to do that. So this is a book I've been wanting to read for quite some time. I think you're going to hear my kids scream. That's how it's going to be. I hope that's okay. I'm hearing a lot of really amazing things about it, and I've been hesitant to read it because it's a very dark themed book, but I thought this month I really wanted to kind of read more fantasy because I haven't been reading the genre because I just have not been finding the right books to read. And I'm already really enjoying it. Like I said, I'm 100 pages in. So this book, like I said, is a very dark themed book. It's got a lot of trigger warnings such as rape. There's animal abuse in this. There's just, I would say, a lot of sexual abuse and a lot of power usually with sexual things. I'm not like into that part 100% yet, but I know it is coming very, very soon. That's what the whole book is kind of about. So, a world where there's different cast, and there's we have the moon cast, which are fully demon, and they have whole animal, like demon animal features such as horns, wings, fur on human form, and complete demon capabilities. Then we have the steel cast, which are humans endowed with partial animal demon qualities, both in physical appearance and abilities. Then we have the paper cast, which are fully human, unendowed with any animal demon features, and they're considered the lowest of the low cast. And so every year there's a demon king, and every year he takes 8 paper girls, or 8, human girls, as his concubines for the year, and this book is all about that. And a main character named Leia, hopefully I say that right, Leia or Lee, and she has been picked to be one of the concubines, and it's about her going into the castle. And yeah, it's a really heavy book already. I also know there's going to be a female romance in this book, which I'm excited about, but I know this book's just going to be a lot of rape culture and a lot of talk about sexual abuse and just the power that people hold over you. And it's just a really important read. I'm already really loving the way it's written. The story is very captivating. The character's very captivating. This world is very captivating. It's just quite scary. So yeah, that's my update for right now. I'm 100 pages in. This book has almost 400. I don't think I'll be able to finish this tomorrow in time for the Wicked King release, but I plan to finish it probably like Wednesday, and then I'll start the Wicked King. And yeah, that's my plan right now. Like, this is not a Wicked King vlog in case you're like a really avid fan of the series, which I know a ton of people are. I'm not gonna just talk about the Wicked King. I'm just talking about my reading week as a whole, whether it be these books I'm reading or book mail I'm getting, and some sprinkles of my personal life. So yeah, this will be my last update for today, Monday. I feel like my Monday vlogs. Anyway, I got 3 pieces of book mail today. Wasn't expecting quite late for it. So first one, I've already kind of pre-opened them to save time. This one is from, oh, this is for a video I'm actually doing very soon on my channel. It is Undying by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooter. This is the second book in the Unearthed duology, which I did read last year and enjoyed. I'd say it's like a Indiana Jones in space type of book. I would say if you're like really big into sci-fi and you're really big into dystopian, I would recommend this duology. Plus it's a duology, so I find those much more easier to get into than trilogies or series because there's only 2 books. So either way, check it out. This one comes out January 22nd, I want to say. But Penguin Random House. I don't know what this one is, honestly. It's The Bride Test by Helen Hoang. This is the sequel or kind of companion novel to The Kiss Quotin'. I'm so freaking excited. This is, oh, I did not expect to get this. This doesn't even come out till May, so I am so excited to have this. So Berkeley actually sent this to me. I forget Berkeley is in Penguin Random House. So yeah, this is, I want to say it's from a character in the same, yes, okay. I think it's, I want to say it follows like Michael's nephew maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I think, or his cousin or something like that. Either way, so excited for this. That's really exciting. And the last box I got is from, who is this from? I don't know who this is from exactly, but it says Dragon Pearl on it, and then it says Rick Riordan, which is interesting because I've only ever read one Rick Riordan book, and that was the first Percy Jackson book. So this is Rick Riordan Presents Dragon Pearl by Yon Han Lee, the newest addition to Rick Riordan Presents. It's inspired by Korean mythology and will transport you to a world far beyond your imagination. That's cool. So in this, I see, I think this is like a little tattoo. That's kind of cool. Then I have a did you know, like little things. Did you know in Korea, folklore ghosts are known to bring bad luck wherever they go? Oh wow. This is a very heavy duty, like thermos, water bottle, I don't know. I have so many of these. It's ridiculous. This one looks really nice to keep your water cold or hot if you want it to. Like, I'm tired, guys. You know what I'm trying to say here. And then I know there's more random stuff, I think. Dragon Pearl by Yoon Han Lee. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Either way, that's awesome. I'm not sure. It says 13-year-old mean, so I'm guessing it's Rick Riordan, so I'm going to say it's middle grade, so that's cool. There's a good chance I might gift this to my niece because I'm just not into middle grade as much as I want to be. I think I've tried and I couldn't get into it. Oh, there's a lollipop with like the silhouette of the cover. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you got it. And then I think that's it. Yes, that'll close that box up. So that's my book mail for today. Pretty good book mail. Sorry I look horrendous, but get used to it. I don't want to say that, but yeah, that's my update for today as well. Like I said, I think I've read like 30 more pages since talking to you guys about Girls of Paper and Fire. I am on now page 145, which is really good. It's starting to get very intense, very real and raw, and it's getting into a scary direction, so But either way, I'm loving the writing of it. It's very like easy to flow into with this fantasy novel. With hi, say hi guys. Hi guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Because yeah, I'm picking up The Wicked King tomorrow in Barnes & Nobles because I have a Barnes & Noble gift card. Usually I would get that like online or something for cheaper, but I got a gift card, so why not? Maybe later. So yeah, as I'll say repeatedly again, see you tomorrow. Hello, hi, happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right? Gosh, I look horrible. Ugh, oh well. Let's talk about books, because I got a lot to say. So I literally just finished Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nygun. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I really enjoyed this book. I don't know, I'm gonna have to marinate of what I want to rate it. Right now, I would say it's a 4, but I don't know if it's just a 4 or like a 4.25 or maybe a 4.5. I don't know. I think I'm leaning closer to like, this year, speaking of that, I really want to try to not do the whole 4.25s, 4.5. I just want to kind of round out because when I look at my Goodreads, like they don't do half ratings, and I would like for them to, but they just don't. So I'm thinking about just like, when I look at a book, do I see it more of a 3 or a 4 or a 5? That's my general ratings. And this one I see as a 4. I don't see it quite as a 5, so right now it's sitting at a 4. I just don't know. I don't know. But either way, I did really enjoy this book. I think I've told you what this book is already about. It's about this fantasy world where you have different caste, and the paper caste of all humans is kind of the lowest of the low, and they serve like this demon king, and each year this king takes 8 concubines from the paper cast, the human cast, and we follow the main character. I know I said her name is Leia, but I think it's just Lay. I don't know. I'm sorry, I pronounce things so horribly, but she goes in the palace and she does not want this at all, and she really wants to change things, and she also falls in love at the palace, not with the king, with another female, and it's just a really good book. I will say I think it was a great debut book, and I think it was a great beginning to a fantasy series. I will definitely continue on with this series. I don't know how many books it will be, but I love the overall message because this book is very dark. It's about this king using sex as a weapon, and it's about rape and rape culture really, because none of these girls want this really, and it's about like sex being power, and rape it's about like rape and, you know, power, and just, it's so many different things in it, and we have this main character who really wants to change that and doesn't want to do things like that. So I did really enjoy it. My camera battery's about to die, great. But either way, that's my update with that. I just finished it, so yay. So I went to Barnes & Noble today to pick up The Wicked King by Holly Black. I usually don't shop at Barnes & Noble, I'm not gonna lie to you, because they're expensive and I'm cheap. But my in-laws actually had gifted me a Barnes & Noble gift card for Christmas, and I thought, great, I'll save it for this. Exactly. So this is what this looks like. It does not match my Outcry one at all, so oh well, I don't really care that much, but that's what the hardback looks like. I'm gonna start this one tonight. I don't know how many pages it is. Let's figure out and see. It's like 333, so not very long at all. Hopefully it shouldn't take me any time. If you don't know, this is the second book in the, I don't know what the series is called. I want to say it's called like the Heir of Folk or something like that. I don't know, but either way, I'm super excited to read it. And then I also bought another book while I was out, because I also went to Target because I had to return something. And then I wasn't gonna buy a book, but then I saw this one and I bought this right here. This is called Embraced, 100 Devotions to Know God is Holding You Close. The devotion book I had that you've probably already seen is called The Weekly Prayer Project, and that's weekly. And I really wanted one that was daily because I feel like I need that. So that's what I'm gonna do every single day. I've been doing really good this week so far, sorry about that. I've been reading a chapter, which by the way, both of these are very, very short for each day. I've been reading one story every day from The Magic of Motherhood, which I'm really enjoying. I need this because it's hard being a mom, and it's hard being a mom, number one, and it's hard being a really unconfident mom. So I really like that. And this is obviously to get closer to God, because I really feel like this year I need to do better with devotionals, with prayer, with so much. And if I have something like this, I know I can do. And I really love how it's set out, how it's short, but how there's each story with a Bible verse and things like that. So super excited to start this tomorrow for sure. I got a couple of packages. So both of these are from Simon & Schuster. I have already pre-opened them. The first one, okay, it's a finished copy of Our Year of Maybe by Rachel and Solomon, which I just read last week. I will have a master review coming up on this book very, very soon with some other books, but either way, this is a YA contemporary about these two best friends, Sophie and Peter, and Sophie's in love with Peter, but Peter's not really reciprocating it. But then she donates her kidney to Peter, and things kind of change, and it's very sad, but very good. Really enjoyed it. So that's awesome to have a finished copy because I just had an arc of it. And the other one is a finished copy of Slayer by Kirsten White, which I also read last week and will also be in this mashup review together. I read this and I didn't really enjoy it, which is sad because I love and adore Buffy to pieces. Buffy's my first ever like fictional love, let's just say that. Like, I love Buffy. So I would talk more about this, but my match review, I go into a lot of detail about this one in particular, so be on the lookout for that like at the end of this week, I think. Oh, they also sent me a little pin that says Slayer. There we go. I will keep that for sure because I love that. So yeah, a lot of books acquired today, like 4. That's unlike me, but either way, that's my update for right now. I would talk more, but my camera's about to die, so I gotta go charge it. I didn't vlog yesterday, so you can clearly see. Sorry about that. Nothing really went on to vlog, I thought, so I didn't vlog. Hope that, okay, hello. So yeah, like I said, nothing went on. So, before I talk about books, I want to talk about something else, so that's cool. I did, after these past few days, well, it's been taking me longer than that, I finally finished watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So I started Brooklyn Nine-Nine a few months ago. I just finished finally watching it through from the 1st season to the 5th season. I can't believe I waited so long to do that. I never thought I would like Brooklyn Nine-Nine because, if I'm honest, I'm just not the biggest Andy Samberg fan. Like, I think he's generally funny. I just didn't like him that much, and that's why I never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But then a ton of people kept talking about it, and I finally watched it, and I'm so glad I did because I adored it. It's 100% my humor. I'd say if you're a big fan of The Office and Parks and Rec, you will definitely like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's not shot mockumentary style, much like Office and Parks and Rec, but it's got like the same humor and same people that are behind the Brooklyn Nine-Nine than those shows, with those shows too, if that makes any sense. So I highly recommend it. It's a hilarious show. I could definitely find myself rewatching it like I do with The Office and Parks and Rec, which are like 2 of my all-time favorite shows. So yeah, I finally finished watching it. I would give it like a 4.5 out of 5. Loved it. I can't wait for the new season, which actually starts tonight, I think. Will I watch it tonight? Probably not, but I'll watch it tomorrow. But yeah, I watched that. I also watched Dumplin' finally. I'm really behind on shows and movies. I get behind because I prioritize other things before that, but this year I'm like, no, I'm gonna watch some stuff that I want to watch. So I watched Dumplin'. I loved it. I read the book. I want to say I read the book the year Noah was born, which was 2014, I believe. Or maybe 2015, one of those years. And I did like the book. I don't think I loved it. Maybe I loved it when I read it, but looking back on it, I didn't love Willow Dean as a character. She was quite a jerk, but I really loved the adaptation. I thought Willow Dean was still kind of a jerk, but she was much more likable, much more empathetic in the show, or the movie I shall say. So I will say in this rare instance, I like the movie better than the book. So I thought it was a great adaptation otherwise. It had a lot of great Dolly Parton-esque items. I love the body positivity. I love Jennifer Aniston in it. All of it I just really, really enjoyed. So I would highly recommend it. Even if you haven't read the book, I think it's totally okay to watch. It's just a really feel-good, like, body positivity, any positivity movie. So I would also give that a 4.5 out of 5. I think it drug on at some places, but overall I really enjoyed it. So those are just a couple things I watched, just so you know. I have started You Finally, the show, which is a book written by Carolyn Kepnes, which I read last year and really enjoyed. I'm on the 3rd or 4th episode of the show and I'm already really liking it. I obviously can tell a lot of changes because I've read the book so recently, like it's only been a few months since I read it, so it's still really fresh in my mind. But overall, I think they're keeping the heart of the book. I think Penn, is that his name? Penn Bagley, something like that. Dan from Gossip Girl is a great choice for Joe. He fits the bill perfectly. I will say one thing I'm not loving about You is they're making Beck likable. Beck is much more likable. She's a better person in the show, which I get that, you know, they did that for the whole sake of the show, but I think the whole point of You was of how horrible of a character Beck was. Like, you hated her, like you disliked her the most. So I hope she gets some more dislikable features soon, because it ain't gonna stay accurate to the book. Because like the thing about You, which I find so interesting about You, is that everybody in the book is horrible and you really empathize the most with the bad guy, and it's just like, what? And in the show, like, I'm not feeling the same. I'm still empathizing with the bad guy, Joe, but I'm also empathizing with Beck, and I'm like, it shouldn't be like that because Beck is just horrible. But I don't know, let me know your thoughts on it. I know a ton of people have watched it because it's on Netflix now, so I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Anyway, sorry, it's gonna be a long clip. I have started The Wicked King by Holly Black. Like I said, I'm not a lot into it. I'm like 50 pages in. I plan to finish this probably by Saturday at the latest. That's just how it's gonna be. I'm already really enjoying it. Are you here a lot? This has taken over my life as Charlie Brown. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen this movie. I would love to know of any parents out there whose kids go through, like, I don't want to say obsessions, but you know, like 1 year it's dinosaurs, 1 year it's, you know, Last year around this time, Noah used to be really into Cars and Lightning McQueen. Now, he's always been into Charlie Brown for a long time, but these past 5 months, it has exploded. Like, he knows every character's name, like Charlie Brown, Sally, Linus, Snoopy. He knows them all. He has watched all of the seasonal specials. Right now his favorite thing to watch is A Boy Named Charlie Brown that's on Hulu. It's kind of one of the obscure Charlie Brown movies because there's like 50 of them. But like, good Lord, I've seen this movie a lot. Like, I can tell you all about it. I know parents out there can relate to that, but I kind of like that he loves Charlie Brown and Snoopy so much. Like, this boy loves some Snoopy, but I'm sorry, either way. So that's my reading update. I did get some book mail today. A book mail actually purchased. Yay! I bought a couple books off of Amazon. So the first book I bought was Intercepted by Alexa Martin. This is the first book. I just got fumbled in the mail from Berkeley not too long ago, and I learned that this was the first book, and I heard so many amazing things about it, so I just thought to buy it. It's a woman's fiction. It's like a football romance. So that's what that's about. I plan to read it very soon because it's only, I don't even know how many pages it is. It's only 300 pages. And the other book I bought, based on everybody freaking raving about it, is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I have seen this. What led me to buy this is I saw so many people talking about it last year, and then I saw this pop up on a ton of people's favorite reads of 2018. I was like, I need to check this out. And usually it's like a YA mystery, and I'm not really into those. There's only been a few YA mysteries that I've really enjoyed. The rest I've just kind of found, so I'm gonna trust in everybody's opinion. My update for today. I look decent because I filmed 2 videos today. No, I filmed 3 videos. I forget what life is. But, yeah, I'll update you tomorrow. Not much is happening this weekend because it's winter. Winter is, like, slow here. Like, the only thing we've really been doing is a lot of housework. Like, Matt's been painting a ton. We've been freaking, like, getting rid of and, like, trying to clean out our house insanely. Like, you never know how much stuff you have till you start cleaning out, and how much stuff you say that you don't need. Like, I am getting brutal now with the stuff I'm like, I need to get rid of. So yeah, let me get out of here because this is like a hella long clip for one day. I'm sorry, these vlogs are just not the best, but you know, it's with updating with reading in life. So hopefully tonight, my plan is to get to like page 100, 150, if I'm feeling froggy, probably not, of The Wicked King, and I'll update you tomorrow on it. Morning, happy Friday. You know, I'm not a good vlogger, guys. Every time I make a vlog, it starts off good, and then by midweek, like end of it, it's just, what is life? And that is exactly. So, what page am I on of The Wicked King? I'm on page like 150. I'm really enjoying it. I think I would be finished it by now if I like really tried, but you know, when a book, I don't want to say the book's like so good, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie on that front. So I'm taking my time with it. Have you ever had books like that where you're really enjoying it, so you're kind of like savoring it almost like a really good meal? Like you just take little bites and just want it to last as long as it possibly can. That is what I'm doing with The Wicked King. Like, I'm liking the writing style. It's very easy to flow through. I'm loving the whole so that's my phone. I'm loving the whole hate to love thing with Carden and Jude. It's just, I mean, it's like cotton candy stuff. I just want to eat it all, but I want to take my time with it. So yeah, I'm reading that, I'm enjoying it. I'm binging You like nobody's business. Like, I'm trying to watch it any spare second I can. I really enjoyed the book, and I didn't think I would honestly like the show this much, but I really am. They've changed a lot of things about it. Like, some really minuscule changes that aren't that big of a deal, and some changes are kind of bigger changes. Might check in a little bit later. Who knows, maybe after I finally binge You, which I'll probably finish tonight because I'm a little bit obsessed. I'll finish The Wicked King. Who knows what will happen? I don't know. Can't be serious in this like ever. Face mask time. I love face masks. Saturday, everyone. Coming at you looking just more horrible than ever. That's how we do it here. So I wanted to update you guys on reading. So I literally just finished The Wicked King by Holly Black. I read a good chunk last night, and I only had to read like 50 more pages, so I just kind of powered through while my son was eating lunch and we were playing. I was snuck pages. I'm not the best mom, but either way, I just finished it and I really liked it. I would give it a 5 out of 5. I think I like these books because they're so easy to read. Usually I don't want to say I have a super hard time with fantasy books, but I kind of do. They're not as easy for me as contemporaries or thrillers or things like that. Fantasy takes a little bit of time to get into. You have to build the world, you have to build magic systems, etc., etc. But I find with these two books in the Fair Folk series, I believe, they're just so easy to get enamored with. Like, you understand the land. I like how she writes it, because some fantasy, I like how she writes it. I like the characters. I love the very slow burning, hate to love romance. Overall, I just really like the storyline. So I really enjoyed this one. I will say, I think I may have liked it better than the first one, because the first one, if you don't know what The Cruel Prince is about, basically we follow a character named Jude, and Jude has two sisters. She has a twin named Taryn, and then she has an older sister named Vivi. And basically one day when they are all very young, a fairy comes to their door and he kills her mother and her stepfather, and he whisks them away to fairy, because turns out that her sister Vivi isn't actually a fairy, and Jude's mom had left fairy and like her first husband and moved back to the mortal world, so he was kind of getting his vengeance. So basically Jude has grown up in fairy forever, so that's all she knows. And this whole first book is about her like trying to fit in fairy because she likes it, but she's treated very poorly there because she's immortal, and fairies immortal immortals just don't get along. Whatever fantasy book I've read, there's fairies in it. I hate it usually because I just don't like fairies. They're mean, they're conniving, usually fairies always have to tell the truth. They can never lie, but they can weave their way somehow, like, you know, they'll tell you the truth, but like the truth is very elaborate and all that kind of stuff. But I love the first one, but I didn't love it as much because Jude was just treated very poorly because she was immortal, and because of all that. You're gonna hear Sesame Street, I apologize. But yeah, but in the second book, Jude gets a little bit more power without spoiling anything, and she comes into her own, and you see her much more strong. But I just really enjoyed the second one because of all those reasons, and the romance was there, the hate to love thing was there. I really enjoyed this book. I know this book is getting hype on hype on hype. Like, everybody talks about The Cruel Prince, and I will say I really love it. I'm not really a big fangirl for it. I do really love it and enjoy it, but like, I'm not like fangirl, I don't know what to say, but either way, I did enjoy it. I gave it 5 out of 5 because I flew through it. It was enjoyable. I love the political scheming. I love the romance. I love the feminism in this book because Jude is badass and she like kills it. So I will be filming a video all about this very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I would tell you more, but I can't because it's a sequel, so there's that. So yeah, I finished the 2 books that I wanted to this week a little bit early. Yay. I will say I went to Target today with my son to pick up some stuff, and I always go to the book section at Target, even though I shouldn't because I can't resist myself, and I bought Puddin' by Julie Murphy. I wasn't planning to buy this book at all, honestly. I read Dumplin', I told you guys when I talked about Dumplin' in the movie. I read Dumplin' years ago. It was okay. It's not the best. I really disliked the main character. She was just straight up horrible. So when I heard about this coming out, I was like, cool, but I probably won't read it. But then Dumplin' the movie came out and I was like, crap, it was really good, so I'm probably gonna have to read this now because this one is all about the character named Millie Mitchellchuck, and I loved her in the movie. I don't remember if I loved her in the book, but either way, we'll see. I mean, it's another YA contemporary to add to my shelf, which a lot of them live there. Oh, this leads me to my shelves. I don't know what book to read next. I've done really well with my reading this month. I will say I have yet to finish Queen of Air and Darkness. I'm forever on page 200 of that. I'm not DNFing it, I'm just not feeling it right now. So I don't want to push myself to read anything because that's never a good idea. That puts me in a reading slump. So it's only the 12th and I've already read 5 books, which is insane. Granted, I did start like 2 of them and was pretty much almost done with them by the time the new year began, but I saved like the last quarter of it so I could say I read it in 2019. I don't know if that's cheating or not, but yeah, so I've read these right here, which I've already done a match it review on, or it's coming this week, so yay, stay tuned for that. And then this week, like I said, I've read Girls of Paper and Fire, which I enjoyed, and The Wicked King. So in case you're ever wondering of how my thought process is of what to pick next, you're gonna see kids programs. This is how it goes. So like, I try to read books in 3s for match up reviews because that's just how I am. And I usually try to read the same genre, so that's why I can match up review all of them. But this one's different because I reviewed 2 contemporaries and a fantasy. This year I'm just like, I'm gonna read whatever, put in a match up review. But I want this to be its own solo review because it's a sequel. So I have this. So I really want to read like 2 other books to kind of make a mashup review. So other 2 books I was planning to read this month besides Queen of Air and Darkness were these 2 right here. The 4 Dead Queens by Astrid Schulte, which I am planning to read but not yet because I'm buddy reading this with Amy and she can't start reading it until the 17th, so I'm kind of saving it. So I could start reading A Curse of Dark So Lonely, but I started it, I wasn't really feeling it. I only got to page like 20 and I was just like, so I don't know, I might give this another go. I'm trying to be more, I don't want to say brutal about DNFing, but like if it's not going to catch my attention, I don't want to, like, I don't want to say I don't want to waste my time, but that's kind of how I feel. So I have a couple books in mind that I might pick up. So my plan is, if I read this one, I'll have 2 books for a match review, so I need another one. So my thought process right now is I don't have a ton of fantasy books on my shelves right now, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, whatever. But I have these 2, Carry On and Dry. Dry is more dystopian, Carry On is fantasy. I want to read one of these. If I'm honest with you, Dry is appealing and a little bit more to me because I really like Neil Schurzman's writing, but I have been meaning to read Carry On for forever, so I think I might go with this one. I don't know. I'm just so scared to read it because I'm afraid I'm not going to love it as much as everybody else does. But either way, this is it. I think this is the book I'm going to read next. So I guess for the next master review, expect these 3 books. Totally random. 2 pretty new releases and 1 really backlist book. But whatever, I'm reviewing. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start Carry On now. And this is a pretty lengthy book too. I don't think I'll be able to finish this before tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, the last day I'll be doing this vlog. So it's 500 pages. Don't think I'll be able to read it, but I just realized that I forgot to tell you guys that I finished You, the show, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I was really debating on whether or not to watch it because, I don't know, I feel like nowadays I'm just either like loving or not really liking book to movie or book to show adaptations, but I thought the You show was done phenomenally well. Don't get me wrong, there are a ton of differences, sorry, and I do plan to do a whole review talking about it. I'm sure I will forget some differences, but there are a few that were differences that I didn't mind. There were some I was like, but overall, I really enjoyed the show. So if you've read the book and are skeptical of watching the show, I would highly recommend watching it. But yeah, sorry it's been a lame vlog. Not a lot is happening. Matt is coming home now. He was at a church like leadership retreat for the morning, and then when he gets home I'm gonna have to leave a little bit later to go to a photography meeting where I'm booking a client hopefully for a wedding, so that's really good. And tomorrow I have to take pictures at church because I'm unscheduled to, and I mean, yeah, that's our weekend. Not a lot happens in winter, like it's mostly just at home because it's freaking freezing outside. It's supposed to snow. Well, no, I don't think we're getting any snow. We're getting just the rain part of it, which I'm okay with. I'm usually not a big fan of snow. So yeah, that's my update. So hello, so after reviewing and editing this footage, it's now Monday. I realized I did not like film an update at all on Sunday, so here's your update for the whole week. So if you guys didn't already know, I read 2 books this week. I read The Girls of Paper and Fire, which I really enjoyed, gave a 4, and then I read The Wicked King, which I gave a 5 out of 5, and I started Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. It's currently upstairs. I'm on page 100 and I'm really enjoying it. I have to say that I could definitely see why people love this book so much. It's like a take on Harry Potter. If you've read Fangirl, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like kind of a satire Harry Potter where you can definitely see a lot of the same things with Harry Potter, but a lot of differences. I don't think this book is meant to be taken like super seriously with the magic system and stuff like that. I think it's supposed to be just more fun and lighthearted and romance, and I love it so far. I love Simon. Baz we haven't seen much of yet, but I'm hoping we'll see him very, very soon. But yeah, sorry. I know I apologize a ton with reading vlogs, but I truly mean it because I think I start off every reading vlog with very good intentions of really good quality content, and then when I go back to edit it, I'm just like, this is a crap show. Like, it's full of really shaky clips, full of just me talking, rambling, and it's just not good. I apologize that these reading vlogs are just not great. So I understand if you guys don't want any more reading vlogs from me. I would love to hear your comments on what I could improve and what I could not, but I mean, I just try to film like my everyday life, and sometimes it turns out good, sometimes not so good. This vlog was not so good. Very lengthy, and I don't think not a lot happened. So yeah, that's my whole reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Totally understand if you didn't, because it was just insanity. Like, this whole, it's insanity. But either way, it's early. I want to go finish updating and editing this to get it ready to go up for hopefully you guys to see tomorrow on Tuesday. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you next time.